Hello. Pro Zoo, thank you very much for that kind introduction. I truly appreciate it. Before I begin, on behalf of all my fellow students, I want to thank our parents for their love and support, and I also want to thank our professors. There's an accepted truism. If you make a list of your favorite teachers, the ones from whom you learn the most, and you make a second list of your toughest teachers, the name on the both lists will be the same. While I appreciate everything each of my professors did for me, I would especially like to thank Dr. Valentin Borner, Dr. Muyo Lee, and Dr. Uli Zurcher. I would not be here today were it not for them. Thank you. I'm humbled by the honor of being named valedictorian. When Provost Zhu called to inform me of my honor, my response to him was, "Are you sure you have the right Patel?" He wasn't entirely sure, but at this point, it's too late. For me, college wasn't an option or a choice. It was the next step. My family and I immigrated to the US from India in the hope of a better future. They wanted to provide me with all the opportunities they never had growing up, so they sacrificed for me. Enimate, thank you. For me, college wasn't an option, At age of 12, moving to the US was an extreme culture shock for me. However, I wasn't shocked by the concept of racism or inequality. Those concepts were already too familiar. Society will be quick to divide if you let it. In India, where everyone is the same color, people divide on basis of other things. Religion and racism just turns into something more subtle, like the caste system. Although it is supposed to be abolished, the long-term latent functions of the practice still exist, resulting in drastic inequality. For example, if you want a top-notch education in India, you have to get in line behind thousands of others who are just as qualified as you, or you have to pay an expensive bribe. The concept of equal opportunity for education was foreign to me, because the reality of life for me was often poverty. It's not a question of quality of life or seeing that your children do better than you did. It's a question of survival. You graduate from school of life by surviving one more day. There are no valedictorians in that school. That is why the American dream, which I came to understand and to cherish, became so relevant to who I am and what Cleveland State University offered. I was given the opportunity to be part of many organizations, such as Campus Activities Board. I also took the opportunity to conduct research in various departments, such as Center for Gene Regulation in Health and Disease and Biomedical Engineering Department, and present my findings on an international stage. That would not have been possible for me in any other country in the world. Cleveland State University provided the opportunities, and I just had to engage and take advantage of them. I give this address knowing my story is just a small part of the bigger picture. Our individuality is reflected in the fact that all of us want to prosper, but that's not enough. We also have to prosper as a collective. That is reflected in our diverse career paths, whether it's in healthcare, law, humanities, or the military. We want to do right for ourselves by doing good for others. We want to be involved with something bigger than ourselves. If various leaders and others had not fought for me, for all of us, we would not be enjoying the pursuit of prosperity, and I would not have the privilege of standing before you today. I'm thankful for those that came before me and fought for those rights that made this day possible, and I'm grateful for those who are still fighting. And I don't mean among those just the famous. I count among those heroes the everyday citizens, the anonymous, who every day do what they can to preserve the rights of their fellow citizens. Just by existing, you influence others' lives and can be a meaningful member of the society. Many of you will go on to graduate schools, the workforce. As college graduates, we're intelligent and have worked hard for our respective degrees. We're in a unique position of power. Our behavior going forward and the causes which we will promote will impact the broader world. With the privilege of being powerful comes the burden to identify with the powerless. That is what I believe the American dream really is. It's not as though it used to say 2 cars in every garage. It is using the opportunities that this country has to offer to achieve a measure of influence that will allow us to use our voices for those who cannot speak and give strength to the weak. When we do that, we will impact millions and make our families proud. Lastly, the individuals who were with me, and I'm sure who were with each of you during my high school graduation, have stayed with me throughout my undergraduate years. Similarly, there are many here with us today who will be lifelong friends. So cherish the memories of this day and the previous years with your family and friends, because today is our day, and it would not be meaningful without them. I wish you the very best for your futures. I thank you again for the honor of being your valedictorian, and I thank you for your kind attention. Thank you.